So, y'all have showed up and showed the freak out. Do you hear me? I, in my wildest dreams, have never thought that I would be in this position to help so many nursing students. And I am so grateful and so thankful for each and every one of y'all who make videos of my workbook, who post in comments, who share, who repost, who like, who go to my YouTube channel. Y'all are in y'all classes with your cohorts. Y'all even telling your teachers to put me on the TV. Y'all better stop before you get kicked out. But I appreciate it so much. So much. So to celebrate 50K followers on TikTok. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, I'm holding back tears. Y'all ain't gonna get me. You're not gonna catch me. You're not gonna catch me. The ebook from this week to probably next week will be $20. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you. And don't forget that tomorrow is the first session of the power hour, right? So you know how we have these sessions on Wednesdays. These are going to be on Thursdays and Fridays. Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening and Friday evening, every other Friday. And there'll be different topics. So you know how y'all love to ask me, can we do this? Can we do that? Sure. But it'll be on specific nights. So tomorrow, now, if you one of my OGs from day one, then you probably want to join in. Well, you might want to. You can if you want to. You know, we always have a good time, and I always try to break it down to make dosage simple. It'll be like the intro to dosage. So all the background and foundation stuff that you'll need to be successful in dosage, we'll go over that at 3 p.m. And then later on that night, we'll do heavy metric conversions. And with the Puzzle Master Power Hours, you'll get the study sheets and questions that I go over, and then you can also access the replay. It'll be on Zoom, so it won't be on TikTok. So you have to register on the site to get the Zoom link, and it's just $18 a month for continuous studying. It's not private because you'll be with other students, but I think it's a good deal. Y'all ready? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready to break down some dosage calculations. Put a 1 in the chat. Hey, I see one baby doll. Hey, Lex, what's up? Sugar dog. Khadijah, she put 1 exclamation point times 5. Okay. All right. So we'll start off with some metric tonight, and then we're just going to go through a whole bunch of stuff. I also got a intake and output question because somebody asked me to do one last time. So I made sure to include one tonight. And don't forget to tap the screen in between time. Somebody don't want to go to bed. They trying to crash my live station. So make sure to share in between and the questions. And I know like you're trying to sit up here and do dosage calculations. But let's start. Let's come out swinging with some fractions. Okay? And let me know. Y'all know you're on production duty if I need to back up some. If it doesn't look right, you know, y'all let me know. Don't let me get too far ahead and like, oh, we didn't see it. Okay? All right, so metric conversions. Remember, I always tell you to be successful at dosage calculations, you must learn your metric conversions. So that is your metric to metric, which is your grams, meters, liters, units. All right, and then your metric to household, which is your teaspoon, tablespoons, and ounces to milliliters, and also your household to household, which is your cups, pints, quarts, and gallons. All right, so on this one, we're going from a household conversion to a metric conversion, which is milliliter. Okay, and then who likes fractions in here? If you like fractions, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't like fractions, put a 2 in the chat. I think I'm gonna see a whole bunch of a 1 number. Oh, yes. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to show you how we're going to do these. Okay. It's going to be fine. So the way that we do dimensional analysis on my channel is we don't do a whole bunch of math. We multiply, divide mainly, and that's it. So you can multiply and divide. You can do dosage calculations. So we solve puzzles. You see this piece? This is a puzzle piece. We're going to piece together information and combine them to make a picture, right? Once you get the whole puzzle together. So our picture is our goal. What is this question asking for me to solve? So I know that we are going from 2/3 of a quart to milliliters. So my goal will be milliliters. That's the first thing you do after you read the question. Find out, what is this question wanting me to give it? Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, so now we're going to pick out our puzzle pieces. So I know that I need to convert 2/3 of a quart to milliliters. Well, what do we know about a quart? Does anybody know any conversions that are associated with the quarts? And if you don't, say no. It's okay. This is a very safe space. We don't bully in here. No question is too crazy. I'd rather for you to rock it out here and then, go show out in class. No? Okay, that's fine. See, that's all I asked for. Just feedback, honest feedback. That's how we do. All right, so this is your larger of your liquids, right? Oh, shoot. Lex, I see you. So 2 pints isn't a quart. So we know that 1 cup is going to either be 8 ounces or 240 milliliters, right? So then if we have 1 pint, that's going to be 2 cups. If we have 1 quart, that's going to be 2 pints. And then 1 gallon is going to be 4 quarts. So do you see it? It's like a 1 to something conversion. So 1 cup is 8 ounces or 240 mLs. And then a pint is 2 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. And like 4 quarters equals $1. 4 quarts is a gallon. Okay. Don't make it hard. Don't make it hard. So what do I know about a quart? I know that 1 quart equals 2 pints. So I'm going to put that conversion to the left. So 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. Good night. I love you. Mwah. All right. So then what do we know about a pint? I just put up there that 1 pint is 2 cups. And then what do we know about a cup? 1 cup is, oh, I love you too, Olivia. You put me on a hat. That's how I know. You put me on your graduation cap. That's how much I know you love me. I appreciate it so much, but you didn't have to break me down like that. And then 1 cup is equal to 8 ounces or 240 milliliters. I'm going to use 240 milliliters because this is what I'm going to, milliliters, right? So these are all of our puzzle pieces. So the way that you set up your dimensional analysis problem is you're going to always start with whatever unit of measure this is. Oh, Bookie, I love you too. We did it. We did it. The nurses are coming and the nurses are here too. All right. So the puzzle piece that I will start with first has my milliliters in it. That's this one. I want my goal to be first and I want it to be on top. Right now, your goal is to be an LPN or an RN, right? That is your top priority and it comes first in your life above a lot of stuff right now. So keep your goals first in these puzzle pieces too. So I'm going to take this piece right here and I'm going to flip it so that milliliters is on the top. So I'll do 240 mLs is equal to 1 cup. Okay. Next, I'll cross this one out because I've used it. So I need cups to go on the top. So everything else that comes behind this has to cancel out. So the way that you get things to cancel out is that they have to be on the top and on the bottom, the same unit of measure. So I can't put a gram on top of a milligram because we know milligram is 1,000 times smaller, right? So it has to be the same. So this puzzle piece right here has cups in it, right? So I'll put 2 cups over 1 pint. So if you're new here, you're probably like, well, how is she flipping stuff over and what goes on the top and on the bottom? Do you see this puzzle piece? This piece is this piece regardless of whatever position that I put it in. It has not changed in size or composition. Just like this piece, I'm able to flip it right here. You're able to flip those pieces too. Okay, that's how you're going to set up your puzzle. All right, so next we'll cross these out, cross your units out as you go so you can see what you're working with. All right, and we've used this. So now I got pint at the bottom. This puzzle piece has pints, so I'll flip it and do 2 pints is 1 quart. So my pints cancels out, and now I have quart on the bottom. This is my last puzzle piece, but it has a fraction in it, right? What are we going to do? Isn't the 2 in the numerator and the 3 in the denominator? Leave it just like it is. So 2/3 quart. And you see your quart cancels out and everything is gone except for what it is that we were looking for, which is the milliliters. And now we can multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and get our answer. How y'all feel about that so far? Any questions? So I'm going to do 240 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is like 1920, right? And then I've got 1 times 1 times 1 times 3. So 3 is on the bottom. So now I'll divide the top by the bottom. So 1920 divided by 3 is going to be 640 milliliters. That's my answer. Karen, I go live on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, or you could be a Puzzle Master subscriber, and I have power hours on Thursdays and Fridays at 3 and 8 on Thursdays and 8 p.m. on Fridays. And then you can always catch the replays. They'll be on Zoom. How do we know which comes first in the puzzle pieces? Amelia, start with your goal. Whatever that goal is, that's what we want first and on the top. So in this one, you see how it had milliliters? So I found that puzzle piece that had the milliliters in it. I appreciate y'all answering in these comments. Y'all been studying with me for a minute, huh? I appreciate it. Good looking out, right? So the first puzzle piece that I wanted in this one was the one that had milliliters in it, which was that. So I just took it and I flipped it. So just like I flipped this puzzle piece and it doesn't change in size or shape, it doesn't change in size or shape with those puzzle pieces. Okay? So everybody good? We good? We good? I'm going to move on to another one. The way that we set this problem up is going to be the same for all of the problems that we're doing tonight, from metric conversions to IV stuff to weight-based to pediatric. It's going to be the same, okay? That's why I really love dimensional analysis. You're welcome, Amelia. And thank you for participating in the chat, y'all. I appreciate it. Don't forget to tap that screen in between questions, because I know you're trying to work it out with me on Work It Out Wednesday. Share the live so that the FYP can bring other students like you. And don't forget, because we are at 50K followers. Thank you so much. The e-workbook is on sale for $20. Oh, and it's regularly $38. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, okay. All right. So what do we have here now? What is our goal? What are we looking for? What are we looking for? I'm learning this in chemistry and it's so hard. Michaela, it sucked in chemistry for me. I didn't understand it and I didn't use this method in school because I didn't know. But stick around and let me see if I can help you make sense of dimensional, because it'll be so beneficial for you in chemistry. All right. So y'all said that my goal is centimeters, right? Okay. So I don't have anything that I can just like go from boom, boom, right? I know that 5 feet is 6 inches can be converted into total inches, and then I can put all of those into centimeters. So this is going to be a 2-step, all right? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take 5 feet and I'm going to turn that into inches, because we know that 1 foot is 12 inches, and then we know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So I have to turn all of this into inches first, and then we'll go from inches to centimeters. Make sense? All right. So my goal right here is going to be inches. So if I have 5 feet, I know that my conversion is 1 foot equals 12 inches. Okay, so if I'm looking for inches, my first puzzle piece has to be inches, and it has to be on the top, right? So this is 1 foot 12 inches. So take it, and what you're gonna do, flip it, flip that puzzle piece. Okay, so 12 inches is on the top, 1 foot is on the bottom. And now to cancel out my feet that's on the bottom, I'm going to put my 5 feet on the top. And I'll put it over 1. So anything that's by itself is going to be over 1. That 1 is a placeholder to show you that that number is going to be in the top. It's going to be in the numerator, okay? So 12 times 5 is going to be 60, right? And then I'm going to add my other inches that I have. So 60 inches right here. And then we know we also have 6 inches from our original part, right? So 60 plus 6 is going to be 66 inches in total, okay? So now I'm going to take my 66 inches and convert those to centimeters, okay? So my goal is centimeters. That was my original goal. I got 66 inches, and I know that 1 inch, I'm running out of space. 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Okay, so if my goal is centimeters, which puzzle piece am I going to use first, and how will I set it up? Remember, your goal is first. It's your top priority. So the goal is going to be on the top, and it's going to be the first puzzle piece, whatever centimeters is, right? So this. So I'm going to take it and flip it, right? So 2.54 centimeters is 1 inch times my 66 inches. And that's going to be over 1 because 66 inches is by itself. It doesn't equal to anything right now. And so everything is canceled out except for what it is that we're looking for. Okay, so we'll do 2.54 times 66 equals 167.64 centimeters. And you would use this conversion for your BSA problems when you're working with either geriatric patients or pediatric patients, because you know you have to dose those really specifically. Any questions before I move on? I'm going to do an in and out problem next. A lot of people get caught up on in and out problems, I's and O's, but they're basically just using conversions and making sure you pay attention to the details. Okay, so where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? All right, here we are. Okay, so we're going to calculate the patient's intake for 12-hour shift. All right, so usually a 12-hour shift is from like 7 a to 7 p. Okay, you always mess up on the infusions. Okay, Mona, let's talk about it then. All right, so we know that this is for 12 hours. Well, wait a minute. For 12 hours. I can't write on it. Why it won't let me write on it? Okay, wait a minute. I know how we'll do this. Boom. All right. So it's for 12 hours, right? So 12 hours. Do you have any questions that does infusion? I do, Mona. I do. I got to find it, but I do. I know I do. So look, we are paying attention to the time frame. So if it tells you for 12 hours, only calculate for those 12 hours. If it falls outside of that time frame, then you cannot include it, okay? So first at 8 o'clock, they ate 2 pieces of toast, 2 cups of oatmeal, 8 ounces of yogurt, 12 ounces of orange juice, and 2 ounces of grits. They must be in the South, right? This makes you want an iMac. I'm an Apple girl. Yeah. All right, so out of all of that they ate at 8 o'clock, what's the liquid part? Because we only want what's liquid at room temperature, right? So that's going to be our 12 ounces of orange juice. So we need to see 12 ounces equals how many milliliters. And don't you start trying to help me with math. I'm a whole tutor out here. I don't need your help. Okay, so what is our goal? Our goal is milliliters, right? So I know that we have 12 ounces that need to be converted. And then we know that 1 ounce equals how many milliliters? How many milliliters is in an ounce? And it's still trying to help me. Don't do that. Boom. How many milliliters is in an ounce? Yes. Oh, little Bill. Okay. So learn your metric conversions. That's what makes it easy for you. So it's 5 milliliters in a teaspoon, 15 milliliters in a tablespoon, and 30 milliliters in an ounce. You see how all of those are by the factors of 5? Use stuff like that to kind of help you see things and trends, okay? So my first puzzle piece will be my milliliters, right? Because that's how I want to set it up. I always start with my goal. So it'll be 30 milliliters over 1 ounce. And then I'll do my 12 ounces over 1. So my ounces cancels out. So what's that? I can't do simple math. I just came off a 3-day stint. 360 milliliters, right? So we'll put that to the side. So I know I have 360 milliliters already. We're going to convert everything to milliliters and add them all at the end, okay? So next, we have 2 8-ounce coffees. They love their coffees, right? So when it says 2 of something, that means that what? They got 2 8-ounce coffees. And I'm going to show you an even easier trick. If you look at all of these, some of these are in ounces, some of these are in milliliters, some, that's basically what we're using. Cups of oatmeal, that doesn't count because it's oatmeal. Add all of your ounces together. So if you see that you have 2 8 ounces of coffee, okay, boom. So that's 16 ounces right there, right? So 16, and then we've got 24 ounces of ice chips. But the rule with ice is ice doesn't stay ice, it melts, right? So we'll use only half of that amount. So that's going to be 12 ounces right there. Whoop, excuse me. I hit the tripod, okay? And then we have 12 ounces of soda. So boom. And then we have milliliters, and then we got milliliters and cc's. Okay, so I'm adding all of my like terms together. So now I only have to do one conversion. So 16 plus 24 is going to be 40 ounces. So now I can just do 40 ounces to milliliters, and then that'll cut out a whole, exactly. That'll cut out a whole bunch of time, right? So if you are looking for milliliters and you've got 40 ounces and 1 ounce, y'all have told me equals 30 milliliters. I'm going to do 30 mLs over 1 ounce times my 40 ounces over 1. And you see what's on the bottom and on the top cancels out. So 40 times 30 is going to be 1,200 milliliters. So far I got 1,200 milliliters and 360. So we'll add all of these together at the end. All right. I'm confused on the 24 ounces. So ice chips don't stay ice, right? It melts. So the rule with your ice is that you have to half that. You use half the amount. So anytime that you see ice, it's not going to be that whole amount that it's stated. It has to be half. Exactly. Do you only add up what's within the 12 hours? Exactly, Khadijah. Only within that time frame, okay? So, and this is all within this 12-hour period. So from 7 A to 7 P. So we've done the liquid part, we've done the ice. So the IV infusion of Zosyn, it tells you that it was just 50 milliliters, right? So you're welcome. We'll just put 50 milliliters. It didn't say times 2 and go over this amount. If it tells you an amount, it's that amount, okay? And then we have 1 pack of, 1 unit of packed red blood cells, right? So that's 250. Okay, so we'll add that because that's liquid too, right? Going into the vein. And then after they got their blood transfusion, they got a flush in their IV, and it was 10 cc's. We know that 1 cc is equal to a milliliter. And then this is the tricky part, from 1600 to 1900, They got normal saline at 100 cc's an hour. So how long is 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock? How many hours is that? Usually how many questions we get for dosage calculations. Are you talking about on your test, Giselle? Okay. So from 1600 to 1900, that's 3 hours, right? 3 hours. And then you see that it was saying that it goes at 100 cc's an hour. So we know that cc's is a milliliter, right? So 100 milliliters per hour. I'm trying to find how many milliliters that patient got. So we're using the same setup for your conversions. Like I said, tonight we're doing all of our problems the same way. Start with that goal. So I'll do 100 mLs per hour times my 3 hours that it ran. And you see my hours cancels out. And the only thing that I'm left with is milliliters, which is going to be 300. Okay. So now that I've got all of my milliliters converted, you add all of them together, and that's how you do your intake and output. So 1200 plus 360 plus 50 plus 250 plus 10 plus 300. Yep, that's your total combined. So who was asking me about IV stuff? Does that make sense? Now you have to see how long it's going in, because what does 100 cc's per hour mean? It's 100 milliliters. They don't really use cc because you can confuse cc with like zeros or something, and you can have a med error. So don't really use cc's anymore. They just use milliliters. Yeah. So 100 cc's is 100 milliliters. Yes. Okay. These are kind of tricky. It's just a lot of converting. But it's simple math, right? But for your IVs, you have a rate, which is how many milliliters they get every hour. So if it was going from 1600 to 1900, that means it was going 3 hours. So for 3 hours, they got 100 milliliters every hour. So 3 times 100 is 300 milliliters. And that's how you do your IVs. You're welcome. Y'all are welcome. If y'all are liking this session so far, y'all double tap that screen and share the live for me. I appreciate it. You understood this. Wonderful. Do you have with getting ready for a tease, La Garrita? I don't, but Jakara Lewis, that is going to be your girl for math. Her and Audrey Codner, they are some math mavens, okay? So those would be your best bet for your TEAS entrance. Is that what that is? Your TEAS test? And don't forget, y'all have gotten me to 50K followers. I appreciate it so much. Like, I'm just so excited that y'all trust me to help you with dosage calculations. So as a thank you, my ebook is $20. $20 with the promo code of THANK50K. So yeah. And don't forget, tomorrow is the first session of the Puzzle Masters Power Hour. It's a monthly subscription, so it'll be on Zoom. It will not be on TikTok. It will be on Zoom. The replays will not be on YouTube. It will be on Zoom. But you can go to the website, sign up for which classes that you want to come to. They're on specific topics that night for an hour. You'll get a lecture, you'll get breakdown, and then you'll be able to download the PDF from that night too. So this will be a cool way for you to study with me all throughout nursing school. It's $18 a month. That's it for you to get all this dosage calc help. Yay! All right, let's do it. Let's do some more. I don't want to start with that one. Let's do this one. All right, since we're on IVs, yeah. All right, I get confused over volume over time. Oh, shoot. So we just pulled that up. Boom. Yes, I need this. Cool. Can we get both sessions on Zoom? Yeah, you can get all the sessions that you want. So in like the whole month. Okay, since we're talking about it, let me go back to it. So the whole month, this is the schedule. And it's Central Standard Time, you guys. Okay, I'll move it back. Central Standard Time. So like tomorrow we'll be doing intro. So I'm giving you like all the explanations and breakdown on dosage to help you better understand. So it's kind of like a beginner session, but if you still want to come to it, or if you want to view the replay, you'll be able to, with that whole month, you'll be able to see all the things that I've gone over. And then at 8 p.m. we'll do metric conversions. It's only metric conversions. And then next Thursday I'll do oral medicines with tablets, capsules, and liquids. And then on that night we'll do flow rate, which is your milliliter per hour. Then that next day we'll do IV drip rate, which is your drops per minute. And then on the 17th I'll do completion time. Then we got reconstitution, intake and output. And I'll do some medication labels. Y'all know I don't like doing it on here, but I will do it in the sessions because they're my sessions and I can do what I want to on those. And then the weight-based oral meds, weight-based IV meds, and then heparin and bolus will end the month out. And then I'll put the August schedule up with probably heavy peds and some more beginner stuff. So you'll have me throughout the whole, yeah, I know, right? You'll have me throughout the whole program if you like. So you can come to whichever ones you want to. And if the times you can't make it, you'll be able to see the Zoom sessions. Alrighty. And download the PDFs of the problems and like the study sheets that I have with them. So order drug B, 500 milligrams. So it's $18 a month. Yeah, 18 a month, not per session, a month. You're like, what? Yeah. Yep. And then I'm still doing private tutoring sessions as well, but this one is just going to be like this, but more controlled. It'll be a little slower and it'll be focused. Okay. Yes, Trinette, I'm trying. Look, the nurses are coming and I'm trying to bring y'all on out. Bring them out. Drug B is 500 milligrams and 250 mLs. Can y'all see this? Can everybody see this? Yeah. Somebody said they couldn't see the whole problem a minute ago. All right. Drug B, 500 milligrams is in TIC. 250 mLs of D5W to infuse over 2.5 hours. The tubing has a drop factor of 15 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will the nurse infuse the medication? All right, you guys. So you can give an IV two ways. You know, you can give it on a pump or you can give it via gravity. This one is via gravity. How do I know that? Because it has a drop factor. Your drop factor is how many drops fall within that plastic tubing part, and you count the drops every minute. That's how you set the rate for these, okay? With either one of the IV problems, milliliter per hour or drops per minute, you are going to need volume over time. So how much liquid is to go over how long into your patient's veins, okay? So our goal, because that's the first step, our goal is what? Drops per minute, right? Okay. What is the volume to be infused? How much liquid? So liquid is milliliters and liters, right? So how many milliliters is to go into the patient's veins? Thank y'all for the gifts. I appreciate it. $250 milliliters. Okay. So, you know, we need volume over time. How long do they want it to take for this medicine to go into the patient's veins? Two and a half hours, okay? So then we know we need our drop factor too. So 15 drops per milliliter. Those are our two puzzle pieces. But what about this? What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with the 500 milligrams of drug B? We're not going to do Jack Dilly squat with it because it's fluff. Fluff. Exactly. That means that, yeah, so think about it like your Crystal Light packet. If you have a bottle of water, right, that's your IV fluid, quote unquote. And if you have your Crystal Light packet, that's your drug B. When you put that 500 milligrams of Crystal Light into the 250 of water and you shake it up, the medicine is part of the liquid now, right? So that means that when you drink it, you're drinking all of that. You're not just drinking the water, you're drinking the crystal light too. So basically, when you put 500 milligrams of a drug in liquid, that is part of the liquid now. And when you give the liquid, you are giving the 500 milligrams of this fluff. Okay? So think about it like that. Don't let it get to you, okay? You know things. Y'all are smart. So what is our puzzle piece if our top goal is drops? It dissolves, right, Red? We're not fans of fluff over here. Yeah, I know. What's my favorite word? Fluff. Why you gotta say it like C? Blow the whistle on it. Nope. All right, so what's the first what's the first puzzle piece? What's our first piece? If we're looking for something with drops in it. I told you I'm gonna wake up so serious one day. It's gonna scare everybody. All right, so 15 drops per milliliter. So that would be my first puzzle piece, right? So I've used that. Now I know I need milliliters to go to the top because I needed to cancel out with what's on the bottom. So what's my next puzzle piece? It'll be that 250 mLs over 2.5 hours. So my milliliters cancels out, right? Now I got drops at the top, but I have hours at the bottom, and I need minutes at the bottom. So my last puzzle piece will have to be an hour to minute conversion, right? So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Boom, boom. Everything is gone now except for drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. Your puzzle looks like the picture that's on the box, which is our goal. All right, so now you can do your math. And that's it. That's how you do all of your drops per minute questions. Y'all got it? Yes. So I got 25 drops per minute for my final answer. When I multiplied 15 times 250, that was 3,750. And then on the bottom, 2.5 times 60 is 150. And you divide the top by the bottom and you get 25. Any questions? Y'all are liking this setup with the puzzle pieces and how it's making dimensional analysis easy as a puzzle? Double tap that screen for me and share the live so we can help all the rest of these students defeat dosage calculations like y'all are. I appreciate it. And don't forget, since y'all have gotten me to 50K followers, my ebook, not the physical copy. Paper is expensive, but the ebook is on sale for $20. Yep. I appreciate y'all so much. Red, don't laugh at me. It only encourages me to cut up more. I'll be trying to cut up for real. Where's another one? All right, so let's do another IV. I'm gonna be good. Me too. All right, so drug A, 60 milligrams is in 50 milliliters of D5W. IV to infuse in 20 minutes by an infusion pump. So every time you see pump, what are you gonna think you're looking for? Milliliters per hour, right? This don't have a drop factor in it, so it's not gonna be drops per minute. Okay. So what is the infusion rate in milliliters per hour? So what's our goal? Nursey, I know this doesn't have anything to do with dosage, but are you Caribbean? I am not Caribbean. I am an Alabamian. I'm black. I'm blackity black to black. I was born in Alabama. Like, no. My bad. Good evening. How rude of me. I'm stressing. Well, Sky, what are you stressing for? I'm black. I am. I am. Okay, so what? See, y'all have me cut up. What is the volume? What's the liquid part of our problem? You from Alabama too? Cool, Michaela, what part? Just joined. Is this dimensional? Yes, this is dimensional analysis. 50 milliliters is our liquid, right? So 50 milliliters. So we got milliliters on top. Cool. I'm understanding well. Just wanting to confirm. Cool. I'm glad you got it. Nursey, Asia, Atmore. Okay. I was like down that way, working in Montgomery. All right. So how long do they want this to take to go into the patient's veins? What's our time? Because remember, we want volume over time, right? 20 minutes. Okay. So if you always put your volume over your time, you got that part. Now we got to make it look like the goal, right? So what would be my last puzzle piece? Lil Bill, what you talking about? How you get a whole fraction in here? 20 minutes is 1/3 of the hour. That is true. That is true though, right? So we need a conversion. So if I need hour at the bottom and I got minutes, I know that 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. And that is it. That's it. Exactly. Okay, so we'll do 50. We'll do 50 times 60 divided by 20, which is going to be 150 milliliters per the hour. Okay, so remember, volume over time and make it look like your goal. Yay. Y'all got it? Any questions? What are we doing with the 60 milligrams, y'all? What are we doing with the 60? That was too fast. I'm sorry, Bam Bam. I'll slow down. Hey, Q. Yay. Wait a minute. Yay. Oh, my God. Brilliant. Oh, shoot. The are coming. Congratulations. Look at y'all defeating dosage. Right. 60 milligrams is fluff. Exactly. Y'all are getting it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. What are we going to do next? Oh, somebody asked me a question and I'm sorry. So I do apologize. How did I get 150? So you multiply across the top and you get a number. So 50 times 60 is going to be 3,000, right? Yeah, 3,000. And then you had 20 on the bottom. So then you divide 3,000 divided by 20. And that's going to be 150 milliliters per hour. So that's how you get the answer. We'll be able to use a calculator in class. Diamond, that will be up to your school, your program. Most people do. Some that I have tutored, they had them writing them out by hand for the first semester. So it just depends. But if you do, you'll just need a simple calculator. So you see this one is all clickety-clacky and cute, right? It's just a simple one. But if you do get a calculator, because you don't need a scientific one, so if you want to go out and buy one, just buy something simple, but make sure it has the little house on there. I call the radical a house because it looks like a house to me. Anyways, but you'll need that for BSA. But you don't need a fancy calculator. The replays will be on YouTube. Yes. Okay, you got it. Good, Bam Bam. Can I discuss rounding? Of course I can discuss rounding. I can discuss rounding. I sure can. But first I'm going to discuss these. Whoa. That puzzle power hour. So if you like these sessions, I am introducing a subscription. The first one will be tomorrow night, where you will get one topic for 1 hour on these sessions. You'll be able to go on Zoom and we will have a Zoom session, right? It will be 1 hour on a said topic. You'll be able to download the PDFs and you'll be able to watch those replays. These will not be on YouTube because it's part of the subscription. And these are all the topics that I'm going over and the dates and times for this month. Okay? So if you can hold out on Starbucks for a day or two. You can be able to study dosage calculations with me throughout your whole program. How about that? And then, since y'all got me to 50K followers on TikTok, I am thanking you by putting the ebook for $20. Promo code thank 50K. It's the promotion for me. Get it, see? I'm trying. I had my dosage exam last week, and you missed it by one. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going, brown skin beauty. It's okay. One test does not make you, okay? Let's see what we're gonna do. Ooh, okay, let's do this one. The provider ordered lactated ringers, 500 mLs to be administered over 4 hours. The tubing has a drop factor of 20 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will the nurse set as the infusion rate? Do. So, what is our goal here? What are we looking for? Y'all let me know. What's the goal? Drops per minute, because what do we have? A drop factor. If you don't see infusion pump, electronic device, or anything of that sort, and you see a drop factor on there, you know you're going to be counting those drops per minute, right? And it's like, well, do you really use drops per minute? Do we not have a pandemic? Did we not run out of resources? Bookie, we was in the trenches, okay? All right. So we were up here pulling our own nasal, normal saline flushes. So yeah, we ran out of stuff. So anywho, what is our volume to be infused? Because remember, we need volume over time and your drop factor, right? 500 mLs. And it's to go over. Always over, never ever. So 4 hours, right? Our drop factor is 20 drops per ml. So those are our two puzzle pieces, right? Volume over time and your drop factor. What would be my first puzzle piece? The one with the drops in it, because we keep our goals first, like that LPN or RN that you are trying to obtain, right? Keep your goals first. They're on top. All right, so then we got milliliters on the bottom. So I'll do my 500 mLs over 4 hours. Boom, boom. And then I have hours at the bottom. So now I need minutes at the bottom. So an hour equals 60 minutes. Cancel that out, and here we go. That's it. Minutes at the bottom, drops at the top, just like your goal, okay? So 20 times 500 is like 10,000 divided by 4 divided by 60. It's going to be 41.666666, right? So if we're rounding this to the whole number, because you cannot divide a drop, right? It's either a drop or not. You're going to start at the whole number. You go 1 decimal place to the right. If that number is 5 or more, you raise the score. If it's 4 or below, it's a no-go. So since it's a 6, sorry, it's higher than 5, right? So we'll increase this number to 42 drops per minute. And then the rest of the number that's behind it, it goes away. So you stop at that place that they tell you to round to. Make sense? Makes dollars make sense. Hey, the nurses are coming. If you could do dimensional analysis, you could work for NASA for real. Oh, well, I'm in the wrong field. What did you do at the bottom? I multiplied 4 times 60. Shoot. I don't know, NASA. Any questions? Any more questions? Y'all, don't be afraid of these. Got it. Love this. Cool. Don't be afraid of these IV problems. Like, a lot of people are, oh my gosh, it's an IV problem. What about it? What about it? It's just putting liquid into your patient's veins, either on a pump or you're counting drops, okay? Now this one is a weight-based IV problem. So a client weighs 105 pounds. The nurse is to start drug D at 5.5 mics per kg per minute. Drug D is labeled 500 milligrams and 250 mLs of normal saline. How many milliliters per hour will this IV infuse? Okay, so if you think we're going to use all of this information, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that this question has some fluff in it, put a 2 in the chat. And remember, this is a safe space. This is just us. We're going to get some understanding so that you can go and rock it in the class, okay? I see some 1s, some 2s, some 1 and 1s, some 2D2s. All right, so listen. We know that our goal is milliliters per hour, right? So I know that I'm going to need a puzzle piece that has milliliters and it's going to have some time in it too, right? So remember, what's together is together. Like words that says per, in, with. That means that they're married. They're a couple, right? So 500 milligrams is in 250 mLs. Now, I know I need something with milliliters in it, so we'll keep those together, okay? 250 mLs. I also know that I'm going to need something with the time in it. So this right here, they're in a three-way, but no judgment. Keep them together. So 5.5 micrograms per kilogram per minute. This also has a weight in this piece, right? So I know I'm going to need something to cancel it out with, right? So I'm going to need the patient's weight, which is 105 pounds. So this problem did not have any fluff in it. It needed all of those puzzle pieces. And you can see how you go from piece to piece to see if you need those other information, the other information that's in the other pieces. Okay, no fluff. No fluff on this one. Hey, Vivio. All right, so what will be our first puzzle piece? How are we going to set this up? You understood? Your goal is your best friend in dimensional analysis and dosage calculations. It helps you set up your problem. It helps tell you what's next. It also will help you weed out some fluff, okay? That goal is what's going to help you a lot. So always write your goal. Even if you don't like writing the puzzle pieces to the side, which I heavily suggest, because then you will know what you're working with. And you have to go back and forth in the problem trying to read and like, you already got anxiety and all that jazz. So just put the pieces together. So why do we need the 500 milligrams if it's in the normal saline? FD, that's an awesome question. So this is a weight-based problem. So our order tells us that we need to give drug D, we need to give 5.5 micrograms per kilogram of body weight every minute, okay? So this patient weighs 105 pounds. So every patient is going to get a different dose. This is our medicine. So I need to see how much of that medicine is going to be 5.5 milligrams per kilogram per minute. So therefore, I'm going to need all of it. I'm going to need the concentration of the medicine. I'm going to need how much this is, and I need how much that is. It's different with your weight base. So I want to show you that when they tell you this much volume over this much time, it's that much volume over that much time. But if it's a weight-based medicine like this, you're going to need the patient's weight, the prescription, and the product. I call it the PPP, and not the loans that people go to jail for, but patient's weight, prescription, and product. Okay, so our first puzzle piece would be the milliliters, right? So 250 mLs over 500 milligrams. I'm always going to start with my goal. My goal is milliliters. So that puzzle piece had my milliliters in it, right? And I just flipped it. I just flipped it. Okay, not the loan, girl, not the loan. I wish they did have a PPP loan now. I could use it. Ooh. Alrighty. So next, we have milligrams at the bottom, right? But our puzzle piece right here is micrograms. So what are we going to use next? If you don't have milligrams in your puzzle piece, but you need milligrams to go on the top. What are you going to pull out? Why did I flip it? Yes, because I'm always going to set up my problems according to my goal. This top unit of measure will always be first and on the top, okay? If you start with what you're looking for, you ain't got to go find it. And that was in my most Alabama-ish, countryist accent I could say it in, okay? So start with what you're looking for. You don't have to go find it. Then everything else is going to be set up so that it cancels out, all right? So I need a conversion. So if I got milligrams on the bottom, I know I need milligrams on the top. And I'm going from milligrams to micrograms because this puzzle piece has micrograms in it. So 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. My milligrams cancels out. And now I got micrograms at the bottom. So now I can put this one right here. And remember to keep everything that's together. So you see that my micrograms is on the bottom and on the top, and they cancel out. So next, I have kilograms in minutes. Neither one of those is hour, is it? So both of those have to be canceled out. So I don't have kilograms over here. I got pounds. So I'm going to pull out another conversion. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. This is one you'll use a lot in dosage calculations. So remember it. 1 kg equals 2.2 pounds. It's not the other way around. It's always 1 kg equals to 2.2 pounds. All right. And then I can put my patient's weight, which is 105 pounds. And you see that cancels out with the pounds at the bottom. I have not pulled up a calculator since I've started this problem. I only do one computation at the end. Your equation will take care of all of your converting, all your decimal moving, all of your rounding. What do you cut it off at? This, that, and the third. Okay. So all you have to do is just one calculation at the end and worry about one set of rounding. Okay. My last puzzle piece is minute. But what does my goal say I need? Hour. So what is my last puzzle piece, y'all? D rock steady. We are doing dosage calculations via dimensional analysis, via my puzzle piece approach to dimensional analysis. So 60 minutes equals 1 hour. And I always start writing it too close and then I have to like scrunch it up. So that's it. Everything is now canceled out except for milliliter at the top and hour at the bottom. And that's how we do it. And you see, if you've been here since we first came on live with metric conversions, it's the same exact setup, the same exact notion, the same exact concept. So even though we're doing different types of problems, it's the same way. So we'll do, but I do want to show y'all something though that will help you with your computation at the end. So you see how we've got a whole lot of numbers, right? So that number can get really big and then you'll freak out and you'll be like, oh, I think I got the wrong answer. No, keep going. But you know how you multiply across the top, get a number, multiply across the bottom, and then get a number, and then you divide the top by the bottom. I'm going to show you how to keep it all inside the calculator and still get the answer. So this is the calculator trick, okay? So I'm going to, a 1. A 1 is under 105 because it's by itself. It's not a couple. It's not equal to nothing. It's just itself. Hey, Wale. So I'm going to put in all of my numbers across the top and I'm going to hit multiply in between. So 250 times 5.5 times 105 times 60. I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. Okay. Then I hit divide once I get done with that top line. Now I'm going to put all of my numbers in on the bottom, but I'm going to hit divide in between those. So 500 divided by 1,000 divided by 2.2. And then I hit equal one time and then I get the answer. That's okay, BSN student. It's more than one way to skin a cat. But we got the same thing, right? So that's how you do the calculator trick. Does anybody need me to go over the calculator trick again? And it does work on the ATI calculator that you have on the computer. And it does work on the HESI calculator too. Okay, Heidi. So what you do is you enter all of your numbers. Can I do the trick on the next question? Yeah, we would round. Let's round to the nearest tenth place. How about that? Girl, girl, it's easy to love me now. Okay, so the calculator trick. So I'm going to enter in all of my numbers across the top and hit multiply in. I don't put the ones in. If you want to put the ones, fine. I don't, because they don't make a difference. So 250 times 5.5 times 105 times 60. And then don't hit equals, you hit divide once you get to the end of that top line. Okay. Now you're going to put in all your numbers on the bottom and you're going to hit divide in between those. So 500 divide 1000 divide 2.2. And then once you get done, you hit equal and you get your answer. I'm giving y'all all the tea, all the jewels I'm dropping. Y'all double tap that screen. Double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. How do you know when to round and when not to? They should tell you. A lot of my questions I leave open-ended. Well, in the workbook, I tell you. But a lot of times on the live, so it'll give me the opportunity to practice rounding. You're welcome, Savannah. So multiply between all numerators and divide between all the... If you want to be technical, Miss Trina, yes. yes. I'm glad I don't have to do this anymore. Crystal, what are you doing, love? This is helping for future nursing school. Yes, Erica, the nurses are coming. I never knew this trick. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And you can do it for everyone. I just ordered the book. I can't wait. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. This is the easiest way I've ever learned. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Can problems be rounded to tenths and whole numbers? They can. You're welcome. You're welcome. ER nurse. Oh man, you get everything to the door. I bet you're a no limit soldier. I'm just trying to make sure I got it. I have a test soon. Yeah, no, I understand. One more. What book did you order? They talk about the one that's on sale. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably this one. This is the book. Like, it's an actual workbook. Like it's my book. But the ebook that you can access on a tablet or electronic device, I have reached 50K followers on TikTok. It's a huge milestone for me. I appreciate y'all. So the promo code is thank50K without the A in there. And it's just $20. It's normally $38. But yeah, as a thank you. I recommend everyone in my class. Thank you, Wale. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Y'all's word of mouth. Like, I don't know. People be coming out of all kind of places and nooks and crannies. And I just feel like, oh my gosh. Thank y'all for trusting me to help break dosage calculations down. I honestly want everybody to pass it because the nurses need to come. I am tired. I just got off a three-day stint on my travel contract. So here we are tonight breaking down these dosage so you can work your 312s too. All right, I ordered mine yesterday, but it was digital. I didn't know you had it in hand. Yeah. I just sent your live to everyone in my class. Ray, thank you. Will it help on the T's? Of course, it's Jassy. Send me a message. Will it help on the T's? I don't really know. I don't really know it's on the T's. But if there's dosage on there, yeah. Dimension analysis you can use for anything. But if it's like the entrance T's, you can go to Jakara Lewis. Whoa, I don't know what is that. This iPad is chipper. Jakara Lewis and Audrey Codner. Those are the two math people. They have YouTubes and TikToks. So those are the mathy math people. Like, you know, this math is just like one type. If this is my lane and I go my speed. So if you are looking for T's tests and entrance exam tests help, those are your two people. I'm gonna save everybody a headache and message you. What kind of problem is it, Sky? It would help on the HESI if it was doing the proportion method. Okay. Does the book have QR? Look, I ain't fancy like Jakara. Jakara, she actually helped me through the process of writing my book. She like was a teacher and she has like math books for like elementary students. Like, she is the GOAT with math. I'm working on a second edition with the solutions and adding QR codes and all of that jazz. But right now it's just the breakdown, like how we do with the puzzle pieces, and a whole bunch of practice problems and your answers. Okay. Which milligrams do you use in C in milligram? Huh, Jade? Wait a minute. I don't know what you're asking me. We will take what we can get. Thank you. It's a good book, according to the feedback that I've gotten. And thank you so much. Y'all like it, and it makes sense. I tried to put me in book form. Thank you so much. I stopped doing DA and do. Okay. Oh my gosh. But this one simple thing I'm skipping. Okay. The provider has ordered 275 milligrams of IV of drug V, and it's going to be added to a liter of normal saline. Available is 1,000 milliliters of drug V in a vial, which when reconstituted yields a concentration of 550 milligrams per 3 mLs. How much of drug V will be added to the IV solution? Okay. So what's going on here? Let's talk about what's going on, because y'all see stuff and you just freak out. Use your common sense. You are smart. You know things. You're in nursing school. You wouldn't have gotten in unless you knew something, okay? So we want drug V, and we want this much of it. We want to add it to a liter of IV fluids, okay? So we need to see, we have available 1,000 milligrams of drug V in a vial, and it's in a powder because it says that you got to reconstitute it. And when you make it a liquid, this is the concentration of the medicine. So if we are needing 275 milligrams of drug V, and your concentration, because you always concentrate on the concentration of your medicine. Don't look at how much is in the bottle, how much liquid you add, this, that, and the third. Remember the crystal light in the bottled water? Remember that, okay? And so that's what's available now. So we're trying to see how many milliliters is going to be equal to what we need to add to this other bag of fluid. So my goal is milliliters. So how much of drug V will you add to the IV solution? Only the reconstitution matters. Exactly. Concentrate on the concentration. God made you say that for me. What I say, Sky? Thank you, Purple Rose. Yeah, there is some fluff. So this is the fluff because we know we want to add it to a liter of fluid. Cool. All right. But that doesn't matter right now. That's just going to be the IV bag that you're hanging later, right? Are we asking milliliters per hour? No. We're trying to see how much drug V to add to that preparation. And then that 1,000 milligrams that's in the vial. Okay, that's cool. All righty. So how are we going to set this problem up? What is going to be our first puzzle piece? Oh, buddy. Milliliter. So 3 mLs over 550 milligrams, right? Boom. So that's that piece. So what would be my next puzzle piece? Are y'all getting when to flip it and when not to flip it? How to set it up? That goal helps, right? Your goal is your best friend, all right? So the next piece is going to be my milligrams, my 275 milligrams. It doesn't equal anything, so we're going to put it over 1. Everything is gone except for the milliliters. And now, oh, somebody asked me to use the calculator trick. So this is how you would do it. 3 times 275 divided by 550. 1.5. Whoop, whoop. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Y'all like it? Y'all understanding? We defeating dosage? We putting together these puzzle pieces? Hey. The nurses are coming, y'all. Y'all got this. Don't make dosage. The fluff gets me every time. Well, stop letting that fluff get you. Use your goal. How did you know what you need? How did you know you needed milliliter for the goal? Because, okay, let me get some of the scratch over here. Check it, scratch. It says how much of drug V will be added to the IV solution, right? So our order was 275 milligrams that we needed to, 275 milligrams that we needed to add to the IV bag, right? And then it says that we will get a solution, a concentration of 550 milligrams per 3 mLs. Isn't 3 mLs your liquid, right? So we're trying to see how much of liquid equals to this. So that will be how much of drug V. What time is it there? 9:15. I'm in Alabama. Where are y'all coming in from? Let's get nurse. You know what? Let's get nurse C to 20 likes. God dog it. Y'all got me to 50K followers. Y'all can do anything. Yeah. I appreciate y'all so much. Could you put 550 on the top? If you were doing desired over halfway, which I do not. I wish you could have seen my face when I said that. I don't do desired over half. I think it's a setup. It's a great deceiver. You think that you've got dimensional analysis, dosage calculations down pat, and then you get to hard stuff, and then desired over half ain't desirable no more. So I heavily suggest that you learn dimensional analysis, because you can do all the problems the same way with the same setup every single time. But if you're strong at math, then ratio and proportion and desired over half would be good for you. This is so much easier. Cool. I'm glad, Ray. Do I go live on YouTube? I used to. I put the lives on here. I used to go live on YouTube, but I don't know. It's just not the same. It's not the same. I'm from North Carolina. Texas, LA, North Carolina. Can you do it another way? Can I do it another way with desired over half? Be confusing me. Okay, thank you for explaining why not, because I'm confused on which to learn. Yeah, DA is the way to go. Do you always start with dose on hand, or what it is that you're looking for? Yoked Yeshua. Yes, Jesus. I always start with whatever that goal is. Whatever the question is asking for me to give it, that's what I start with. But reading these questions are like Chinese, seriously. I don't speak Mandarin, so I don't know. A foreign language, the fluff gets me. Arkansas, Baltimore, South Carolina. Okay. All right, so we got folks from everywhere. So the nurses are coming in from everywhere. Y'all, this goal will always help you. Okay, Memphis. I'm from Memphis. What you know about me? Thank you for helping me. You're welcome. Philly, fly Eagles fly. Yes. Minnesota, Massachusetts. You parked your car by the harbor. All right, I'm gonna stop cutting up. All right, who wants to do a safe dose range problem? South Florida. Hey, would you mind doing one more? I came in late. Yeah, I don't have Reconstitution, but I got some more problems. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Orlando. I was just there. Got me a nice little tan. Because of you, we are trying to come, but school, my God, no, it's going to be okay. I apply for nursing school next month. I hope you get in, Terica. You're in Louisiana. Yeah, baby. I have tutored several people who were in New Orleans. So cool. All right, drug D, 15 milligrams IM is ordered for a child who weighs 18 kgs. You in Louisiana too, Lex? Cool. All right. Is this a safe dose for a child if the recommended safe dose is 8 to 15 milligrams per kilogram per day in 6 equally divided doses? Okay. So with safe dose range, you have an order. And I'm going to bring out my colors. This is the order. Okay? Don't touch it. No, we don't have any flu. Okay? So, don't touch it. You're trying to see if what the doctor or provider has ordered is safe according to the safe dose range, which is going to be our green zone and our red zone, okay? This is what's green, okay? So that's how much you can give them that is safe. That's enough to work and do what it is that whatever the drug is that they're given in order for it to work and not be toxic, okay? So what is this question asking me? Is this a safe dose for a child? Okay, so I need to see how many, because my order is in milligrams. My safe dose is in milligrams. How many milligrams could I give per dose that is safe? So I need the least amount and I need the most. Okay, so I'm going to calculate two different equations. So I'm going to need the weight of the patient because you see kgs in there. That's how you know you need a patient's weight if it's weight based. So 18 kgs will be a puzzle piece, and 8 milligrams per kilogram per day is the least that I can give to this patient. 15 is the most. Now I want to show you something because this is what trips a lot of people up too. This whole day versus dose thing. So look at your goal, because remember, that's your best friend, right? So if we have dose right here, and we have day in our safe dose range, does that equal day and dose doesn't equal the same things, right? So I'm going to need to know how many doses are in the day, okay? So it tells me that there are 6 equally divided doses. So in one day, there are 6 doses, okay? Y'all picking up what I'm dropping? Put a 1 in the chat. If you're not, put a 2. All right. So I'm going to start my equation with my top goal. So 8 milligrams per kilogram per day. I need to get rid of my kilograms in days on the bottom because we got our top goal of mgs, right? So it'll be 18 kilograms over 1. Cancel out your kilograms. And then to get rid of day, I know that in one day, there are what? 6 doses. So day cancels out. I got milligram and dose, okay? So now you see I've got milligram on the top and dose on the bottom. All right, so let me show you the calculator trick. Calculator, boom. So we got 8 times 18, 1 divided by 6. Whoa. Where did that decimal come from? Divided by 6. All right. Boom. So that means 24, right? That is the least that we can give them. 24 milligrams per dose. So now I need to do the most that they can have, which is 15 milligrams per kilogram per day. It's going to be the same exact setup as the one that I did with the 8, okay? So 18 kgs over 1. And then one day, whoa. All right, one day over 6 doses. Boom, boom, boom. That's the most, okay? So now I'm going to show you the trick again. Boom. Y'all gonna be done with y'all's questions and getting up and walking and turning in, or whatever computer lab, and they're gonna be like, how they get done so quick? Because y'all use the calculator trick. All right, so then we'll have 45 milligrams per dose. Boom. So let's put it into perspective. 24 to 45 is my safe dose range. Anything that is less than this or more than this is not safe. Now I can go back to my order, which is 15 milligrams. That's one dose, right? Does 15 fall in the green part or does it fall in the red part? Is it safe or is it not safe? The nurses are coming. The nurses are coming. Oh, the nurses are coming. Oh, the nurses are coming. Yes. Thank y'all for sharing the live. Thank you for liking it as well. I appreciate it. Yes, not safe. Makes sense? Makes dollars make sense. I have a question. What is your question? ¿Qué es la pregunta? Okay, I just realized how to set up the first part, the kilogram a day in the equation. Thank you. You're welcome. Sometimes you have to look at it and it takes you a while like to kind of like what? And then once you get it, the light bulb comes on. You're like, oh, ain't no stopping me now. Anybody else have any questions on safe dose range? So you see you have an order. Don't touch it. You put that on ice. You save that for later. You find your green zone and your red zone first. Okay? I thought we were supposed to use 15 times 8. What? No. BSN student, the least that they can get, so that's your range. The least that you can give is 8 milligrams per kilogram of body weight for the whole entire day. And that's why you have to divide it up into 6 doses. Because we're trying to see how much you can give in a dose. Okay? So, 15 is the most. So you have to do 2 different equations to see what that would be according to the patient's weight. And then that is your green zone. Anything less than or more than your green zone is red. She said, don't touch your dose. Yeah, don't touch this. Don't touch that. That's the order. We're trying to see if what that doctor gave you is gonna, hurt your patient or is it okay to give. So don't touch that. You find your green zone. What can I give according to the manufacturer's suggestions? And then 8 is its own problem and 15 is its own problem because 8 is the least and 15 is the most. Struggling with dosage calc because our teacher said do dose over a hand times quantity. Can you show it? Okay. So it's one of those teachers, huh? All right. Y'all teachers be making it so much harder than what it has to be. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Not gonna say nothing. So if you were to do this, desired over half, you would still have to find your green zone, right? Exactly. So you would do your 8 milligrams times your 18 kilograms, which would be 8 times 18, 144 milligrams per day, right? But you can't give all of this. That's a whole day's worth. We just need 1 dose. So you will have to take that and divide it by 6 so you can get your dosage. So that would be 24. So that's how you would do that part. And then you would do the same with the 15 times the 18 kgs. 15 times 18. And that's the 270 mgs. This is not dimensional, y'all. And you would have to divide that by your 6 doses. And that's going to be 45. So this is still your green zone and your red zone, your safe zone. And then, yeah. What's the equation you use? Oh, you made it make sense. Oh, dimensional analysis. So it's not a formula. It's just dimensional analysis. You set up your equation according to what your goal is. And I don't like using math because a lot of people say that math intimidates them. So we just put it together like you were solving a puzzle. And that's how you put all of your problems together with dimensional. She's using dimensional. It's easier for me. Cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. It went so fast. Okay. Why does that seem easier? I don't know. But if you're not mathy and you can't like pick things out, then dimensional is cool. Dimensional, I didn't like dimensional analysis. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I hated it because I didn't understand it. I did not do this in school. But I was a pharmacy technician before I was an LPN, and I knew this. Like, I was good at math, but I didn't understand this. Remember me? I made a 100 on my week. Oh, Monifa. Oh. I sure do. Look at you. Congratulations. So once you get the numbers, how exactly do you decide if it's safe? Deja, you have to put it in the green zone. So once you get the numbers, okay, so this is not this problem. I'm just going to write what I had last time. I think it was like 25 to 45 milligrams per dose, right? That was the last one. And so that was your green zone. So anything that's at or in between those two numbers is safe. 24 milligrams is the least that you can give to the patient. 45 milligrams is the most that you can give to the patient. So anything that's less than 24 and more than 45 is out of bounds. That's not safe. So what was ordered on the last one was 15 milligrams per dose. That was one dose. So it was way less than 24. So it was in the red zone. So that's how you determine if it's safe or not. Thank you, Wendy. How are you? So once you, okay, so she's using dimensional analysis. Remember me. Yeah. I emailed you whenever you're done. Okay, Wale, I'll look at it. Can you do another problem like that? I don't have another safe dose, but I will be doing a safe dose in the Puzzle Masters Power Hour, as long as it's in that zone. Yes, in that zone. Dimensional is a lifesaver. It sure is. Thank you so much. Because of you, I'm better at dimensional. My school requires me to know it. You're very welcome. It only works for certain problems, but dimensional works for all. Yes. There is a handful. There is like 3 different problems that you cannot do dimensional with, but you would use it still. That is your fluid volume maintenance, your BSA equation, and your Parkland-Burn formulas. Those are specific scientifically calculated formulas that you have to use. But I still can help you with those because it's just plugging it in. And then fluid volume maintenance is its own little beast, but I got an easy way to do that too. Let's see. Got it. Thank you. What is the calculator trick? Multiply all across the bottom, hit divide, and then put your numbers in across the bottom, hit divide, and then equal one time. I guess I'm confused at how. Okay, wait a minute, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull this one back up. All right. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, that's it. Okay, so I guess I'm confused at is how you did 15 times 8 kilograms. Okay, so let's look at it. All right, let me erase this. So you see right here, these are the 2 numbers that you're working with. Those are the 2 numbers that you're going to be calculating to see how much you can give to your patient. Our patient's weight is 18 kilograms. Okay, that's the patient's weight. Patient's weight. The least that you can give is 8 milligrams. The most that you can give is 15 milligrams. So, per kilogram of body weight for the whole day. So that's why you did 18 times 15, which is right here. And that equal a number, I don't know what it was, which is 270 milligrams for the whole day. And then to figure out how much you would give in one dose, you have 6 doses in that day. You divide this number by 6. And that was going to be 45 milligrams in one dose. So that's why you multiply the 18 times the 15. But we had it set up in our dimensional analysis equation. Does that make sense, Terica? I'm not ready for the semester to start back in August, but it's my last year. The nurses are coming. You need to drop a list of your rule books because you have a great list. A rule book, it's all in my book. It's in this book. It's in here. It's in here. All of that's in there. All of it. See how, remember we was talking about the crystal light? That's like right there. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks for this. You're doing the Lord's work. Hey, man. Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. Now we could go on to this one. All right. Make it make sense. Okay. So, who thinks that they can do this one? Put a 1 in the chat. If you are not sure, put a 2. How do you purchase the book? The book is in the TikTok shop. The ebook is on my website. And the ebook, because y'all have gotten me to 50K followers on TikTok. Thank you so much. It's going to be $20 instead of $38. So if you got a tablet, you're a tablet and tech freak like me, then you can write on it and scribble on it on your PDFs and all that. Then that's for you. But if you like a real book, and like it's 257 pages. I mean, it's big. It's A4 format. You can write down your problems. It's got all that in there. So that's what the book is. Yeah. Between a 1 and 2, they are the same book. One's just a ebook and one's just printed in spiral bound. Okay, so what is our goal? What is this question asking for me to give it? The actual book is in the TikTok shop. The ebook is on my website, and the link is in the bio. All right, so goal is microgram per minute, right? Okay, so what do we have that's together? Which do you get better commission on? Because they all come to me. It's either one. Gingers. I appreciate good looking out. Good looking out. But I do get the commission off of TikTok. All right. So listen, what's together stays together, right? So 15 milliliters per hour. 15 mLs per hour. Okay. What's by itself is by itself. It says the drug is available as 50 mgs in 500 milliliters. So we got 50 mgs that's in 500 milliliters. Okay. So those are our 2 puzzle pieces. So do we have a puzzle piece with the goal in it? Facts. Got to keep that paper flowing. Listen. Y'all, it's a struggle out here, Lord. But God's grace, it's been an awesome experience. I've been making dosage content since 2023. And, for my channel to thrive on YouTube and to have 50K followers on TikTok is super duper amazing. And I'm just appreciative of y'all trusting me and my unconventional methods, talking about puzzle pieces and crystal light and cookies and all that jazz to help you defeat dosage. So I'm truly grateful. Okay, so we don't have any puzzle pieces with micrograms, right? So if you don't have puzzle pieces, what do you pull out? Your conversions, right? So I know I need microgram at the top. You always start with what you're looking for. So 1,000 micrograms is equal to 1 milligram. So important to know your metric conversions. So a lot of people say that they were starting school in August and this, that, and the third, learn those metric conversions. Okay. So now what is our next piece? Since we have our goal and we got milligrams at the bottom now, what's the next piece that we're going to use? I'm trying to see, look, the more that y'all practice and participate, the easier it'll get. Okay. Yes, start with what you're looking for. Exactly. So 50 milligrams is in 500 milliliters, right? Boom, boom. Now, I got milliliters at the bottom. What will be my next puzzle piece? How do you suggest learning the conversions? Like, remember it, Deja? I have a YouTube channel. I got an awesome video that kind of shows you how to group it together and break it down. Also, tomorrow night, I am starting my subscription, which will be on Zoom. It's a Zoom session. It's not a TikTok. And tomorrow night, I'll be going over metric conversions and how to do those. All right. So 15 mLs per hour. Boom, boom. All righty. So now we got hour at the bottom. Yeah. So what's our last puzzle piece? On your YouTube, yes, on my YouTube. And then I'm going to place, once we get done studying with this, I'm going to upload it. I might have to edit it out because we were cutting up tonight. But I like y'all. Y'all like me. It's fun here. See? It's fun here. No, dosage calculations can be fun. Okay? Can I pay for a private session? I tried to click on the link and couldn't. Krabby Gabby. Okay, I love it. Yeah, send me a message and I'll get you set up. Leave the Zoom info too. Sorry, interrupt. Okay, I'll show you the Zoom info. We love you. I love y'all too. Real bad. Yes. Real bad. Hey, how are you?
Good.
I love you.
I went to volleyball.
You did?
Practice.
Okay. You had fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so everything is now gone that needs to be gone, and the only thing that we're left with is what we're looking for in the goal, right? Boom. So now let's do it with our calculator trick. Y'all like the calculator trick? Yeah, I have 2 babies. I have a 12-year-old and I have a 3-year-old. So I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a dosage tutor, I'm a nurse, and I own a medical transport business. Nursey is busy, y'all. busy. 500 divided by 60. Get it, girl. Get it. Yay. The calculator trick is cool. Yeah, it does. It helps you, especially when those numbers get really, really big. And like when you have a lot of zeros that you have to write down, you know, a zero can mess up your answer real bad. It can either give you something that's really small or really big, right? So, the calculator trick definitely helps. So I got 25 micrograms per minute. And thank y'all for helping get to the live goal of 15K. I appreciate it. And thank you for sharing. If you are new here, thank you for following. Thank you for engaging in the chat. Is there a way to check your answer? Do it twice. Okay, so that's a good question, Sanaya. So look, and this is another reason why I love I'm going to be serious one day. This is another way to check your answer. So remember the goal, right? We want we want our goal to look like, our equation to look like our goal with micrograms on the top and minutes on the bottom, right? So why is this is freaking me out? Because every time I touch it, I think it's disappearing. Okay. And I was going to be mad because if I had to write it all over again. So, you know, if you start with what you're looking for, you got the top goal, right? You can see what's on the top is on the bottom. What's on the bottom is on the top. What's on the bottom is on the top. What's on the bottom is on the top. And everything is crossed out and canceled except for what it is that this is. That's how you can tell. So if you still got something that's hanging out that's not canceled, then you know you need another puzzle piece. But that was a very, very good question. Do you always start with your goal units? Yes. I always start with what I'm looking for. It helps everything else to be lined up on the top and the bottom, and then you'll know what comes next, because that's a lot of people's problem, is starting the problem, how to set it up, and then how to figure out what comes next. But if you look at the bottom, you know it's got to come to the top. If it's not in your puzzle pieces over here, then you know you got to pull out a conversion. Do I do linear equations too? Jakara, Lewis, and Audrey Connor. Those are your mathy people, and they're awesome. And if y'all need help with pharmacology, it's a lady on here. Her name is Pharmacology for Nurses. She is awesome. I just learned so much from this one live alone. When do you usually go live? I go live here on TikToks every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. However, this month I am starting the Puzzle Masters Power Hour. So what this is like the TikToks, but it's on Zoom. But you'll have one topic per session. Okay? So these are the topics for this month. They're usually on Thursday afternoons or evenings, or Friday evenings, every other Fridays, right? And if you can't make it at that time, you can still download the questions that I'm going over, or the study sheet. Because like tomorrow, it's not really a whole bunch of questions. It's just going to be breaking down some information and making it plain, so that it'll give you a groundwork for success and dosage. You can still look at the video and you can download it. So you don't have to be on the Zoom. If you want to be on the Zoom, you want to, attend the live, yes. So you'll get the Zoom link, and then you can go on there, and then afterwards you'll be able to look at the video. So that's on my website. So $18 a month. It's kind of like your Starbucks every week. You can get some more insight. So the questions that I do on the Power Hour, they're not in the book. They're a completely different set. And I'll use some examples from the book, but the ones that I'm going over aren't in the book, because the book is its own separate entity. Yeah. For a problem like this, I always start with what I have, and then my last conversion, I don't have last. Okay, doll me tea. So with dimensional, there are different ways that you can do it. Okay? But the way that I do it is I always start with that goal. I always start with what I'm looking for, because it makes it easier. So you won't have to go looking everywhere. Like, well, what's next? And what do I have? What I don't have? So the way that you start with what you're looking for and you go to that bottom piece, it kind of sets it up. So it just kind of is like boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. Way easier. The King of Houston, how are you, sir? Long time no see. You doing good? All right. This one's kind of like an easier one. And it's a tablet, but it's two different types of measures, right? So your order is Med-A 500 micrograms by mouth daily. The pharmacy has 0.25 milligram tablets. So how many tablets will you... Oh, I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you're done with school. So how many tablets? So our goal is tablets, right? So you see, we've done all different types of problems tonight, and we do it the same exact way. Read the question, find your goal. What's together stays together. What's by itself is by itself, right? So 500 micrograms is our order. Our available is 0.25 milligrams, and that is one tablet. Okay, so how I'm going to set it up is start with my goal. One tablet over 0.25 milligrams. I don't have milligrams in my puzzle pieces. I got micrograms. So I'm going from milligram to microgram, right? So milligram on the top, micro on the bottom. 1 milligram equals 1,000 smaller pieces. So the one always goes by that bigger unit of measure, right? And then I have my 500 micrograms over 1. And you see everything is gone except for what it is that I am looking for. So 500 is on the top. Then 0.25 times 1,000 is going to be 250. So 500 divided by 250 is 2 tabletas. 2 tabletas por la boca. Okay? Boom. 2 tabs. So you see, it's the same way with the weight base, with the IV milliliter per hour, with the drops per minute, with the safe dose range, with the reconstitution. The flipping is such a game changer. Yes. And once you like actually let go and let God, like people are like, how could you flip that? Why did you flip that? Yes. You see how I'm flipping this? It's the same way that you flip those puzzle pieces. This piece does not change in size or composition. It's just flipped so that it will, you know, come together in your puzzle the way that it needs to be. So yeah, drug V, 10 milligrams per kilogram. That was me when you joined. It's okay. It's all right. But you trusted me. You trusted me. And that's hard to do when, you know, you're scared of dosage calculations and a lot of stuff rides. You know, a lot of people have to pass that before they go to clinical or get dropped from the program entirely. Y'all pay a lot of money to go to school. So I get it. I get it. Hey, Canadian registered nurse. Vicky, how are you? All right. So what's our goal for this one? What is our goal? Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. What are we looking for? Is that 12 pounds? It's 12 pounds. Okay, so we're looking for milliliters. Yes, I have to pass before going to my clinical. Okay. And you can do that. We can do that. We can work on it. I'm fine. Just been sick. Oh, no. Are you feeling better? I hate to hear that. Okay, Miss Cleo. All right, so our puzzle pieces. Ooh, did y'all see my video that I made with my daughters? Talking about the dose ghost. Oh no, it's not the vid, is it? So look, you see how we got 10 milligrams per kilogram? So there is a dose ghost. Like, here she go with this crazy stuff. Yes. So listen. So you saw how it was like 10 milligrams per kilogram, right? And it didn't have anything after. It's like it goes on to say by mouth for 1 dose or whatever, right? So if there is not anything that says /minute /hour /day behind it, it is a dose ghost just floating right there. Woo, invisible. So that's the amount for 1 dose. So if it does not tell you per day, per hour, per minute, per whatever, it is for 1 dose. Because what is this class? Dosage calculations. So for 1 dose. Okay? All right. Back to the screen. All right. So that is for a dose. You can put the dose goes in parentheses if it helps you because, you know, it just might help you. But if not, you could just leave it off. You could just leave it as 10 milligrams per kilogram. But there is a dose goes. All right. So boom, 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 boom. All right. The child weighs 12 pounds. And then our amount is 160 mgs per 5 mLs. So how many milliliters? So what are we going to start with? Sorry to take you back, but can you please briefly explain the flipping method? I'm new here. Well, hey, I'm Nurse C, blessed RN. I'm glad that you are here. So look at this piece. This is a puzzle piece, right? It's going to go in one of the puzzles that I made of myself. But you see how I'm flipping this piece? This piece is not changed in the size or its shape or its composition, right? I can flip it in order to put it together in the puzzle how I need to. These are puzzle pieces over here. Well, boom, right? So I can take those pieces and I can flip them in order to have my equation look like my goal. My goal is the picture on the puzzle box. Okay? I look at that picture when I'm putting my puzzle together to see what comes next and how to piece it, right? So that's what my goal is. My goal is my guide. So if I'm looking for milliliters, I'm going to start with milliliters. So this piece right here has milliliters in it. So I'm going to flip it. So 5 ml over 160 mgs. Next, I need a puzzle piece with with milligrams in it. I just gave you the answer. 10 milligrams per kilogram, right? Boom. And remember, it's a dose. So we're going to be calculating for one dose. So then we have kgs. Our patient's weight is in pounds. So we can't put pounds on top of kilograms. They don't equal to each other. So we do 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Their kgs cancels out, and now I can put my 12 pounds, and pounds does not equal a day. Stop putting pounds over a day unless they tell you 12 pounds per day. Okay? It's by itself. Put it over 1. All right. So look at here. Boom, boom. Whoop. 5 times 10 times 12 divided by 160 divided by 2.2. This is the calculator trick. This is how I keep it all inside the calculator. That is 1.7 milliliters. Thank you for the heart puffs. I appreciate it. Y'all got it? Any questions? Got it. Hey. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I had a dosage question that completely threw me off yesterday. Well, what was it? Yeah, I see you strutting. You better dance it out. Do your happy dance. Okay. Let's see. What else do I got for tonight? I think I'm almost done. Because I'm tired. Ooh. Okay. What is this? We got 2 heparin questions. Okay. So we'll do this one, and then we'll do the last heparin, and then that's it. I'm also having a heparin power hour at the end of the month. Where can we get these practice questions from? So the ones that I have gone over tonight, I don't have available because those are like the ones that I go over tonight. But if you want more practice, I have a workbook that has over 300 plus problems in it. The ebook, because y'all have gotten me to over 50K followers on TikTok, is only $20 instead of $38. That's on the site. And there is a promo code that I will flash in a minute. And then the Puzzle Masters Power Hour is my subscription. So that's where you can download the PDFs and get the Zoom sessions on the specific topics. So, yeah. And then if you need more practice, I have quizzes on my site. I tried to get gingers. Did you use the code? The code. Where is the code? Oh, where is it? Hold on. Boom. Thank 50. Okay. That's the code. That's the code. Boom. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Can you do pound one more time, please? I have these. What pound? Oh, yeah. Okay, a patient is on a heparin drip with 20,000 units in a 250 milliliter bag. The order is to deliver heparin at 850 units per hour. Calculate the infusion rate of milliliters per hour. Round to the nearest whole number. Okay, so what is our goal, y'all? What are we looking for? What do you want from me? What is the goal? Milliliters per hour. Oh, she sent me the goat. Khadijah, thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so milliliters per hour, right? Okay, so what is going to be our puzzle pieces? The things that are together, right? That's relative to each other. So 20,000 units is what? In 250 milliliters of normal saline. That's your crystal light in your water, right? To come together to make one drink or one medicine. That's your heparin. Okay. Oh, thank y'all so much. All right. So now we got 850 units per hour is how much they want them to have. So you see how it says per, in, with? Those are the wedding ring words, okay? So would it be different if you put 250 milliliters over 20,000? No, because they're together. Puzzle piece. It's relative. You see how you flipping this piece? It don't even matter. They equal to each other. They're two became one. All right. So if I am going to set up my piece, my puzzle, what would be my first piece that I'm using? Hey, cuz, how are you? What would be my first puzzle piece? I love it. So this one, right? Whoa. I shook the screen. All right, 250 ml over 20,000 units. Boom. Okay. What's the next puzzle piece that I would use? Because I need to cancel out my units, right? Because I got milliliter at the top. Whoop. So what's my next piece? Yes. 850 units over an hour. So that one I used, that one I've used. Units cancels out. Milliliter on the top, hour on the bottom. Is our puzzle done? Or do we need another piece? Yep, done. So once it looks like the goal, stop. I know it gets fun putting stuff on the bottom and on the top and canceling it out. I know it gets fun, especially when you figure out what you're doing and you get that groove. Oh yeah, when you moving and grooving. Yes, I know we used to have like at least 5 or 6 dosage calculations problems on every test. Besides my name, I know I had that right. Okay, boom. So our answer, let's go, Latressa. Yes. So 10.6 is our answer. And remember, we're going to round to the nearest whole number. What is going to be our answer? We're rounding to the whole number. Let's go. Done, done, done. Yep. You're welcome, Pretty V. 11 milliliters per hour. There is a character limit, so if you want to see the question, it would be in parts. Go ahead and work on it, King of Texan. I'll hit the King of Texan, King of Houston. It's getting late. You see, I don't started messing up on my words now. I'm going cross-eyed. I done been up for the last 3 nights. I work night shift, so I do travel. I'm a travel nurse on a med-surg floor. And yeah, I came home this morning, got some sleep, woke up this afternoon, trying to flip back to day shift. So, hey, I'm new here and a student, but will be a student in September, and this Farm is a lot. Hey, it's Trippy. I'm glad to meet you. I'm Nursey, a blessed RN, and it's going to be okay. So you see how we're putting together these problems like a puzzle. You do all your problems like that, mostly all of them. I don't want to say all, but yeah, mostly all. Can you be travel in the same city you live in? They have internal contracts that aren't necessarily travel, because like to be travel, it has to be like 50 miles from your home. So like I go like an hour and 45 minutes. Yup. Okay. A newborn weighing 3,250 grams receives digoxin 0.025 milligrams per kilogram in 3 divided doses over 24 hours. Okay. King of Houston, how much medicine in milliliters will be administered? Okay. Okay. I want to do this one. Okay, I'm going to do this one, this heparin one, but I want to show you one that was just put in the chat. In the chat. All right. So let's see what it was. A newborn weighing 3,250 grams. Okay. Receives IV DIG. Okay. At 0.025 milligrams per kilogram in 3 divided doses over 24 hours. Okay, so remember how I was talking about that dose goes? So that is per dose. And then there are 3 doses in a day. Okay, so then the rest of the question asks, the medicine available is 100 milligrams per milliliter. And then how much of the medicine in milliliters will be administered. So our goal is going to be how much of that medicine we will give in milliliters. And remember, if it doesn't say milliliter per day, hour, minute, it is always going to be for 1 dose. Okay, so if it does not give you one, like how much to give it or how often, calculate for 1 dose. This is dosage calc. Okay, so our puzzle pieces are going to be the weight of the patient. Boom. We've got 0.025 milligrams per kilogram, and that is for a dose. All right. We don't need this 3 doses in a day because what are we looking for? Milliliter. Just for 1 dose, because it didn't say milliliter per day. So fluff. And we need the medicine, right? So 100 milligrams per milliliter. So if I'm looking for milliliter, guess what I'm going to start with? My milliliters, right? So ml over 100 mgs. So next, I know I'm going to need mgs, right? So 0.025 mg per kilogram, and that's for a dose. Okay, boom. Now we need kilograms, right? So we got grams. I know that 1 kg is equal to 1,000 grams. Remember your cookies and your crumbs? How you can remember your 1 to 1,000, your 1 to 1,000, your 1 to 1,000. And now you can put your 3,200 something grams. Boom. And everything has crossed out except for how many milliliters you would give in a dose. Whoop, whoop. And this is not even my problem. But you see how I put these puzzle pieces together? You could do it the same way. So I'm going to use the calculator trick. So 0.025 times 3,250 divided by 100 divided by 1,000. Dude, that's too small. Are you sure that was it? If you're not tapping, you're dapping. Oh, okay. It's 100 mcg. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, something ain't right here, King of Houston. Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Let's go back to the drawing board. He said it was 100 micrograms per milliliter. Okay. That would be important to have the right numbers. So 100 micrograms per milliliter. So let's do this again then. So y'all see how important it is to have zeros and grams and micrograms and all of that? Because you would get a crazy number. All right, so micrograms. All right, so let's do it again. We would have milliliter over 100 mics, right? Okay. Then we don't have micrograms, so we know that 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. We'll put our 0.025 milligrams per kg / dose. 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams times our 3,250 grams over 1. All right, just a little minor setback. That's it. But everything else cancels out. Hey, Kevin, go ahead and pin yourself. So if you are nearing the end of your nursing school journey and you're about to take your NCLEX, Mr. Kevin, the boot nurse, is who you need to be tuned into. He will break it down for you. So you see how we use the goal here. He will help you look for those keywords, those strategies to help you answer nursing style questions and get it right on the NCLEX. 100 and then divided by 1,000. There we go. I can give 0.8 milliliters. I like it. Don't we need to get rid of the dose on the bottom? Well, Lexi, I think we were talking about this before you might have came on about the dose ghost. So if the question asks you just milliliter and it doesn't say milliliter per day, per hour, per minute, it is always going to be indicated for a dose. So this is just telling us that's how many milliliters we would give in a dose. So it's cool to stay there. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. I am blessed. I'm on the break this week. Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you later. It's trippy. It's cool that you dropped in, and hopefully I can help you defeat dosage in your upcoming school session. Good night. All right. So it was like 0.8, right? Okay, cool. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, King of Houston, did that fix it for you? Y'all. Okay, oh my gosh, I missed so many comments. Hey, everyone, I'm starting clinicals in August, so nervous. Congratulations. Can you go ahead and convert pounds to kilograms on those types of problems? Starty, if you're still here, your equation will do all of your work for you. So if you divide by 2.2, sometimes you get a crazy number, right? With all those decimals. And you want to know, well, where do you stop? Where do you round to? Do you round up? Do you round down? Like, So with this method, you don't have to worry about that. It takes care of all the math for you inside the equation. Hey, I wanted to come on here and tell you I graduated and passed my NCLEX. I'm officially an RN. Oh, congratulations. Yes. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. The nurses are coming. I'm so excited. My face hurts from smiling so hard. That's what's up. The nurses are coming. When does the Zoom start? So the first one is tomorrow. It's at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then the one that's later on that evening is at 8. Can we do another one? I missed it. Miyagi, that one was given to me by King of Houston. That's tripped him up the other day. So I have this last Heparin one, and then I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. Maternity is OMG. I don't know the word for it. Any advice? Nurse Sarah. That's what I got, but it said I was wrong. That's what messed me up. Oh, no. So did they want per day or for what? Any tips for maternity? Nurse Sarah. That's who I use for maternity, because that was my Achilles heel. Yeah, to sign up, just click subscribe. Yep, you'll subscribe, and then it'll take you to like the calendar. So the calendar, whatever dates that you want to attend on, you just click those, and it'll send you the Zoom sessions to your email. Yes, ma'am. Your patient has a DVT, and they're ordered a heparin infusion to start at 18 units per kilogram per hour. Per the practitioner's order, their weight is 85 kg. Can you hear? They don't seem right. If you got it and I got it, it's something wrong. All right, so listen, the heparin infusion comes in a 500 ml bag with 25,000 units. Calculate the starting rate of the infusion. Your patient's PTT result is 55. The infusion dose should be increased by 2 units per kilogram per hour. What is the new rate for the infusion? So this one is kind of like a titration problem. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shake y'all up. So titration just simply means that you're changing the rate, okay? So if it was going this fast, you're just going to either titrate it up, which is going to increase it, or titrate it down, which means you're going to decrease it. So if you're starting at 18 units per kilogram per hour, right? And then you give that, and it says that their blood work came back and their result was 55. That means that they're not getting enough, so you got to increase how much heparin they're giving. So if you've got 18 units per kilogram per hour, and you have to increase it by 2 units per kilogram per hour, you just simply add the 18 plus 2, and now your new rate would be 20 units per kilogram per hour. I literally do this at work. Nice practice. Yes, Aaron, thank you for saying that. Everybody comes on, do you really have to do this? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it when a plan comes. Man, oh yeah. Y'all heard that? Aaron does this at work. Aaron, what kind of nurse are you? Let the folks know. So our order now is going to be 20 units per kilogram per hour. The patient weighs 85 kgs. And then your medicine is a 500 milliliter bag of solvent. I always get solute and solvent. Yeah. Miss Orlean, not here. It's on the website. It's on the website. Like, I don't know if I can, like, unsubscribe you from here. It's on the website. Wow, all those words, and it's just addition. I know. All right, 500 milliliters with 25,000 units in it. Okay, so what are we going to start with? Because it says, what is our new rate for the infusion? So if you got a milliliter per hour, right? The infusion rate. So our goal is going to be milliliters per hour. What would be our first puzzle piece? Redraw in 6 hours. Telemed surge new grad. You helped me. Oh, Aaron. Oh my gosh. The nurses are here. Oh my gosh. Don't do that to me. Y'all literally gonna break me down tonight. This is just so amazing. Like, this week I hit 50K followers. I got people that's graduating and passing their NCLEX. Erin was one of the students that used to come and study with me, and now she's a whole freaking new grad doing dosage calc at work. I'm just a proud big sister, because I ain't an auntie yet. Don't do me. The nurses are coming, y'all. The nurses are coming. Boom, boom. All right. What's my last puzzle piece? I'm gonna hold it together. Y'all not gonna get a tear out of me. Nope. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it like never before. Woo! So now we got milliliter at the top and hour at the bottom, right? And that's it. Boom. Let's see. 500. Make it bigger. So 500 times 20 times 85 divided by 25,000. 34 milliliters per hour is our answer. And I used the calculator trick. You saw how quick we did that? So a lot of people are like, oh, dimensional analysis takes forever. I have only such and such time to complete it on my test and this and that and the third. We literally just did that problem like that. It's a whole book on the screen. And we just did this problem so quick. Yeah, the nurses are coming. So don't forget, if you like the sessions on here, I will be doing in-depth, topic-specific Zooms for $18 a month, okay? You go to the website that's listed here, or you can click the link that's in my bio and go there, and it'll take you to there, and you can view the videos. If you cannot make it, this is the schedule for July. I'm working on August, so that will be coming up in a little bit. So tomorrow's topics are the intros and metric conversions. So we're giving you the groundwork for dimensional and dosage, so you can understand concepts so that it makes sense. So when you're reading these paragraphs, you'll know what you're reading, trying to put it into better understanding, like the crystal light and the water with your IVs, right? Because now y'all know about it. I'm gonna see how to do it, Miss Orlean. I am, because I was like, no, not here. All right, then it says, thank you for 50K. So if you do not have the ebook, and to celebrate me getting 50,000 followers on here, the promo code is thank50K. I appreciate y'all so much.